Okay, hi guys. So today I'm going to be playing Armati. I'm not going to be doing a full game, but I decided I'm going to be um, going through each phase in its own video. So this video will be the movement, well, the missile fire and movement phase. So in Armati, if you are not familiar, I'm talking about these rules. Armati, rules for ancient medieval Renaissance wargaming. So in Armati, you do missile fire, then movement, and then you do combat. I've already done a video, it's a little long, about deployment and army lists and all that, but I will recap this quickly. So for our kind of demonstration scenario today, I've got a 16th century Safavid Persian army. We've got four heavy divisions. So one, two. This is third division is on its own, and 4 for the infantry division. And they've got 2 light divisions of Turkoman here, 1 here, and 1 here. Oh. And since we're playing the intro-sized game, each base is its own unit. So, and they're grouped up according to division. And, you know, in the rules, we can do this kind of checkerboard type deployment, or you can have them deployed in a line like this. As you can see, I've done both. And then we've got our Ottomans on the other side facing off against the Safavids, and they have slightly more, they have more overall units, but they can control the same divisions. So, and in the scenario I've imagined for today, the Ottomans are trying to invade Iran or Persia, and they're somewhere in the Caucasus. So I've just thought, okay, the Ottomans have camped in this kind of wooded area. The Safavids have come to kind of do like a ambush lightning attack, but the Ottomans have managed to form up in time and they're facing off. But today is more about going through the rules than about playing, you know, than the, you know, scenario. So we will do, we can't do missile fire, and we'll do movement. Now with Armati, we have a few different rates of movement based on the scale of game you're playing. So since we're playing the intro size, and the rule book has different rulers for different miniature scales and different sizes of game, as you can see here. Now, since we're playing the intro scale, everything will be like on, this is 5 inches, so we need to multiply everything by 3, basically, and then we just use the same measurements that are given in the book. Now, for the deployment, I did not measure the deployment lines closely. I more just wanted to demonstrate the game, so I just kind of put them together. But I did deploy them according to, you have your light divisions on each side and your heavy divisions in the middle. But yeah, I didn't. So that's just another caveat of the game today. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and dice off for movement since we can't do any missile fire. Now, if we can do missile fire in the course of this video, we will, it'll be resolved simultaneously, but everyone's out of range. They're just moving up. So we'll go ahead and dice. So 6, so the Ottomans succeed. And we will go ahead and move the Ottoman divisions up. Now we have to move every division together. So you can't move one unit at a time. And the other thing in the rules is you can only move as many divisions per turn as your control rating permits. Now, because I have 4, we have 4 heavy divisions in the Ottoman army, I think we can move all those. You can add more divisions if you want. However, if it exceeds your general's command rating, so in our case, Ottomans are 4-4, I believe, those excess divisions that are over that number cannot be moved. So that's something to keep in mind. Let me just fact check myself real quick to make sure I'm getting this right. Ottomans, 16th, we want 16th century. Sorry, I misspoke. So we have 5 heavy divisions, and so we can move 5 heavy divisions, 4 light divisions per turn. But if I had set up 6 heavy divisions, that would be in excess. Yeah, all right. Well, why don't we go ahead and move so we can move. So we have to move, heavy cavalry can move 15 inches at a time. So it'll be, in our case, it'll be 5. So we've got that there. And you can echelon them like this according to the rules. So go ahead and just move everybody up. But we have to stay touching. So you don't have a disordered division. Everybody has to remain touching, basically. So we'll just move like that. So that's one of our divisions moved. Now we're supposed to move our general first. So the general, I should have done that. So but he can't move through units. And I think if he moved, well, his base is kind of large. So I don't know how much that counts. I did mount him on a pretty large base, and he would just be clipping a little bit through these infantry. But we're supposed to move our general first. So I should have done that. So we'll just quickly do that. But I'm just going to move him up a little bit. I don't want to get too cheesy with this demonstration. So they can move 15 inches in any direction, and there's no restrictions on wheeling or moving. That is one thing I'll mention. So any kind of wheel counts as a move. You have to do it at the beginning or the end of a move, and you have to deduct like the amount you've wheeled from the overall movement value. And then I'll go ahead and move up this next division. I think this will allow us to get into some missile fire. So I'm just going to go ahead and move up like that. Hope I didn't put them at an angle. I think I need to. Okay, and then our light division over here, they can move. Go to the QRS here. The QRS for Armati is really nice, very detailed, very easy to read, and you can play it. One of my commenters, Zen in the Art of Miniature Painting, he talks about how he's played this with his club, and you can pretty much play the game off the QRS, so that's definitely nice. Okay, so our light cavalry also have 15 inches, and they can wheel 2 inches and move. Okay, I see. So they can wheel slightly, so we're going to go ahead and wheel 2 inches like that, because I'm not going to get into the terrain rules just yet, so I think I'm just going to have them wheel, and they're just going to move up 5. Hopefully maybe they can give some supporting fire to this division here. I think I'll just stop the move here so we can get into the missile fire part, because I want this to mostly be a demonstration rather than a real game. Now, if this was a real game, I would move the infantry up and then move my other divisions up, but I'd rather just show the gameplay mechanics and keep this more video more concise. So we've done our movement. I've shown, demonstrated. We've got, you can wheel 2 inches. Now you have to wheel on a corner of a unit and kind of pivot. So if you've played regimental or brigade Fire and Fury, it's kind of like that. You have to make sure you're wheeling on a corner rather than like another kind of move that could give you more, potentially like more of a movement. So I think with that, I will, I'm going to just, for this scenario, we're just going to shift to the next turn of doing movement, massed units that have moved half or less may now charge half distance. So we actually moved full distance, so we can't charge. So it makes sense, actually. Melee direction, routed. Okay, now I think we can shift to, we'll turn over to the next turn. We'll do missile fire. I think, though, if we opponent then does the same. Okay, so we do alternate movement, so we can move the Sophovitz up, actually. So why don't we go ahead and do that, and just show, go to, so I think what I'll do, we'll just move up a little bit, because all these guys have missile weapons. All these cavalry have missile weapons, so I think what I'll do is just get in close to make sure we can do some missile fire. And let's see, how fast can our foot move? Light infantry, most heavy infantry 6 inches. I think I'll keep the missile infantry stationary just so they can have the best chance at firing, and then our Turkomans over on the right flank, they can move. So they can wheel. They're just going to wheel slightly and then move. Let's see. They're not going to make a full move, though. So they're going to go. So let me check myself to make sure, because I think the wheel may be deducted from the movement value. Okay, so I may have misspoken and said that the wheeling is deducted from your overall movement, but I don't think that is actually the case. Wait, let's see, wheeling. So, mounted units, wheels, yeah, okay, no, I was correct. So all mounted units may wheel up to 2-inch maximum and may, after performing the wheel, move the remaining distance, so 13 inches ahead. So I was correct. So, okay, so thanks for being patient with me, for watching still. So I'm also trying to learn these and demonstrate them at the same time, and I want to make sure I get it right. So, okay, so now I think we can go to our missile fire, and that'll be resolved simultaneously. So let's go through missile fire, and okay, roll 1 die for each firing unit. Targets add their protection ratings. Higher roll wins. Targets used. The higher roll wins. Targets lose 1 BP if outscored. So we'll go over here to these Kizilbosh are going to fire. So we've got, let's see, got 4 units. So let me get dice out for the Ottomans because they're firing at 4 units. And our Spahi, these are feudal Spahi that they're firing at, have a protection of, let's see, protection of feudal Spahi protection, I believe, is 4. Protection is determined by completeness of armor or troop dispersion. Thus, a well-armored heavy infantry unit and a unit of skirmishers both have +2 protection for different reasons. Okay. So I think our protection from missiles modifier is +1. Okay. Yeah, all right, so go ahead and roll. Firing, I think we have range, so bow is mounted with bow is 18 inches. So on our measurement, that would be 6. So yeah, everybody's in range. So I'll just go from left to right. So here we'll roll off. We got a 6. Ottomans will get +1, so 3, so that's a hit. Add their protection ratings, highest roll wins, targets lose 1 BP if outscored. So I will just put so it's break points. I'll just put, counting up, I'll just put a die there. And then we will do the next one. Oh, cocked die. Go ahead and re-roll that. 6. Okay, Safavids are rolling pretty well. And then let's see. Okay, Ottomans score 7, so that's they take the hit, but you know they're not hurt. Next stand. 1. So I don't think that it's going to do much. Ottomans get a 1 as well, but look at a 2, and then last one, 6, and Ottomans also roll 6, okay? So nothing happens there. So 1 BP. So that's how missile fire works, and then we'll go ahead and resolve. The Ottomans missile fire. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing. So that's 4. So 4 versus 6. So no hit there. Actually, I just realized I can just roll together. So here, okay, so that that Safavid unit takes 1 BP, loses 1 break point. Here, nope, nothing there. Here, Oh. Nope. Sophivids survived that here. And no hits there. Okay. Now I will try to do, let's see if we can get any musket fire, because that is a little different than other types of missile fire in Armati. So let's see if we can, if we have range, if our Tufengchi have range, first of all. So they can fire up to 12 inches, and I think they're just in range. Actually, no, they're out of range, because they would need to be within 4 inches on this ruler. So, but let's see, what about foot bow have a range of 24. So the archers are in range, actually. And units must fire at closest target up to 45 degrees at each side. Light cavalry horse archers fire 360. Okay. So I think, so let's see, we will go ahead and some of these guys are different, but I believe oh, that's the wrong rule book. That's the advanced Armati rule book. I need core. Okay, so our protection values on these Ottomans are okay. They're pretty much all +1. Okay, so that's fine. So go ahead and fire with these archers into these cavalry. So I think what I'll do is we'll have this unit fire into this one, and Ottomans survive that. Then this unit will also fire at that one, and that's Ottomans, no hit there. And let's see, closest unit. So I think that would be, I think they can fire here at this one. I think that would be, although I think this one may be closer slightly. Anyway, yeah, okay, I think it'll just be like that. It's not very apparent to me. Okay, and then we've got no hit there. So I think I'll go ahead and close it up here for this video. We've gone through movement, we went through missile fire, pretty simple systems overall. We haven't done melee yet, but that'll be a future video. So I hope you found this useful. I wish I could have been more focused and concise, but anyway, maybe you still found it useful. I will, yeah, make another video with the melee and stuff. I may have a more deliberate setup so I can just get right into the melee, but I thought it would be useful to also see how you deploy the game, how you set the game up, and all that. So, all right, so thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk to you in the next video.